listening to the Project Sober Dad Podcast, where we help highly motivated, career-driven dads ditch the booze and live an alcohol-free lifestyle without AA or willpower alone. Here's your host, AC Osberg.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Saturday. That means it's time for another Project Sober Dad podcast. I'm so excited to be here with you guys once again because we have some important things to talk about. This is a Project Sober Dad podcast where I help highly motivated dads just like you ditch the booze and live an alcohol-free lifestyle. And that's one of the things that one of the most important things that happened in my life as a father, as a husband, as a brother, as all sorts of things in my life. One of the key things to living a life that I'm living now is that I am alcohol-free and have been alcohol-free for the past 4 years. And I have not been, I've never regretted it. I've never regretted a day without alcohol because alcohol no longer fits in my life. So I also made this podcast because I think it's important that us as fathers, as leaders, as those people in our communities that people look up to, that we are sober and that we are here in the moment to take care of those things for our communities and for our families especially. So today we're going to be talking about some of the things that you might run into in your first week of alcohol, being alcohol free. And there's some things that I ran into, and maybe we can get over those things so we can get past that first week, get into that second week, that third week, that fourth week of being alcohol free, get that first 30 days in, and then build on those 30 days to 60 to 90 to 4 years. And you can look back in your life and think, damn, I'm alcohol free now. I don't even need alcohol in my life. So that's what I really want to get through to you guys today. So let's get started. So the number one thing that I would say that would be a roadblock to me, was a roadblock for me and probably a roadblock for all of you, is thinking that you're missing out on something. It's the FOMO, right? The fear of missing out on the parties, the fear of missing out on special occasions, the fear of missing out on those drinks with your wife, the fear of missing out on just anything that you did with alcohol. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss out. You're not gonna have so much fun. Life is gonna be boring. Well, I can tell you something. First of all, life is not boring without alcohol. Life is actually a lot more boring with alcohol, and that has to do with the chemicals inside your brain, and it actually numbs you to the fact that you're not able to be present in this situation. So alcohol, you're not missing out on anything. Those people who are having those drinks, those parties, those things, those people are not missing out on anything either. They're actually missing out on life by drinking alcohol because they're numbing themselves. And if you're like me and you couldn't stop drinking after the first one, ended up into 10 to 12 drinks, you're not really missing out on anything because you don't remember anything anyway. So what the hell is the point of drinking something that you're not going to remember? So you're not missing out on anything. One of the things that really helped me as well, I know a lot of people say stay away from alcohol, don't be around those people that drink, and that's good to do in the first week or two, but you really got to work your way up into putting yourselves in those uncomfortable situations, and that discomfort is actually what is going to help you get over your need for alcohol, because you'll be able to be around it and you'll be able to see other people drinking and how they change, how they react to alcohol. And if they're like you and they have more than 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you can see they're starting to have a little bit of a problem with alcohol, you can see that these people are actually pretty boring. They repeat themselves. They're kind of smelly. The party actually isn't as much fun as you thought it was when you were drinking. And you can go home sober and wake up the next day and think, damn, I am sure glad that I don't drink alcohol. So don't fear missing out. Don't think this is going to be one of those things where you have to your whole life is gonna be horrible because you can't drink now. So what are you going to do? All your friends drink, blah 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 blah. You don't need it, guys. And if your friends are the ones that continue drinking, are those the low level friends you want in your life? Are those the low level friends that you want influencing you, your business, your family? Are those the friends you need? Are those the friends you want? For me, no, it isn't. And I know that you're highly motivated, or else you wouldn't be listening to the podcast. So for you, those aren't the people you want to hang out either. There's that saying, you become the 5 people you hang around with the most? Do you want to be hanging around with people who are partying all the time, who are hungover all the time, who waste all their money, their time, their effort on alcohol? Or do you want to be around highly motivated people who want to wake up and seize the day, who want to get to where they want to go, who have goals and visions and passions? You want those people in your life. You don't need these other people. So FOMO is one of the things I've encountered when I first quit drinking too, and that actually stopped me a bunch of times when I tried a bunch of times to quit permanently. And that FOMO just kind of just stopped me from doing that. And it was also this idea that life is boring without alcohol. And you know what? Chemically, it can be boring because you're putting all these chemicals into your brain. When you lose those chemicals, you're going to lose some, so your brain's going to have to rebalance itself. So life does seem a little boring. Life does seem, at first, it does seem a little boring. You're alone by yourself, and that's where strategies like making sure you have things to do, starting a new hobby, reading books, spending time with your family. All these things, you're going to have to schedule those things into your day now to keep yourself busy, so that you're not having this FOMO or this boredom. So yeah, just make sure that you got something to do. Start reading books. That's definitely what I did, and I learned a lot about my relationship with alcohol just through reading books, or read personal development books. One of these great books that I'm reading right now is The Power of One More by this guy right here. Ed Milet, The Power of One More. This is a great book. Get this book. This book is amazing. It teaches you a lot about personal development and yourself and all those great things. So yeah, just don't have that fear of missing out. That's one of the things that roadblocked me for a while. Just remember, you're not missing out on anything, and those people that are continue to drink are the ones missing out on life. So that's number one. Number two is going to be your relationships. Those can be sobriety blockers too, because if you have someone in your life that continues to drink and you're trying to quit, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do that. But you can either elevate your success with drinking, or you can depreciate your success with drinking. So when you're sitting down, if you and your wife drink together at night, you're sitting down together, she goes to pour you one, and you say, "Oh no, I'm trying to quit drinking. I'm listening to this Project Sober Dad podcast, and this crazy guy AC told me that I should quit drinking. I really started thinking about it. I'm just going to try it for a couple weeks, and then maybe I'll be back on it. Maybe then we can have a drink together." Oh, that is depreciating your success. That is depreciating what you're doing, because you're putting it into the universe that you are just going to try this for a couple weeks. You're not committed. You're just interested, right? So you're going to do this for a couple weeks, and then maybe the next time your wife pours you a drink, you'll say, "Oh, okay, damn, I'm going to have a drink with you." No, you want to elevate what has happened to you. Even in the first couple of days, the first week, you have these sober successes, and you want to document those. Maybe even write those down. Like, what happened this week that was so amazing that you will never even go back to alcohol. You want to bring those to your family members that are continuing to drink. You want to show them that you're the leader. You want to elevate your success. You want to say, "Damn, since I quit drinking on Monday, it is Friday now. I've had a better sleep. My stomach feels better because I'm not putting all that crap in my stomach. I haven't been eating fast food at all this week. My mind is starting to get a little bit more clear. I got money in my pocket. All these things, all these sober things, sober successes that you're getting, you want to write those down, and you want to document those, so you can take those next time someone offers you a drink. You can elevate your success, because what happens is, they might not like it at first. They might not like it the first time, and they might think, "Okay, whatever," and they might continue drinking. But you got that mind. You're like a mind ninja. You got that little thought inside their head. Maybe I should quit drinking too. Maybe that's something I should try. Maybe I would lose weight. Maybe I'd have more money. Maybe I'd be more present with my kids. All these things are going to ruminate inside their mind, and eventually, if you can stick to your guns and you keep quitting drinking, and you elevated your success, and you're showing these people, you're not just talking about it, you're showing these people that you're a better person. You're exercising, you're losing weight. What else happened to me? You're losing weight, you're exercising, you have more money now, you're getting out of debt. All these things, it ruminates inside their minds too, and they think, "Damn, maybe I should try that too." And you're going to influence your wife, you're going to influence with other people in your family that to quit drinking as well. So Just remember that your relationships it's not going to be 100% perfect, but you want to elevate your drinking with those relationships. If it's your wife, your brother, your sister, whatever, whoever's in your life is continuing to drink, you want to elevate that, and you want to show them that there is benefit to quitting drinking, and that they can do it too if they just stick to it and learn about the relationship with alcohol. So that would be number two, your relationship. Mine was with my wife, but whoever is in your life, just remember you want to elevate that. You want to elevate your success. You want to document those sober successes, those sober first that you're getting, so you can bring those to those people when they say, "Oh, what's happening? Why aren't you drinking tonight?" Say, "Well, I'm actually quit drinking, and look what happened to me. I lost weight. I did this, blah blah blah." So bang bang bang, put them bang bang bang, off you go, and just list those things off, and hopefully you will inspire someone else to go drinking too. So you never know, turn your mess into a message is what they say sometimes. So yeah, that is number two, is your relationships can be a roadblock, but they can also be a positive thing when you show these people that you can get past this first week, the second week, the third week, the fourth week, and you can be a sober person and inspire them to quit drinking. So that is number two. And then the last one, that is gonna be a sobriety blocker, or at least it was for me, was my environment and my habits. And this might sound like kind of like okay, Captain Obvious, your habits are why, that is one of the, of course it's a roadblock, but just understanding your habits is going to help you realize that you can create good habits or you can create bad habits. And these tiny little habits that you do every single day are actually adding up to where you want to be in life, and where you want to be at the end of the week, where you want to be at the end of 30, 40, 60 days, whatever you want, whatever your sobriety goal is. Those tiny habits are going to add up. So, you know, just like a simple habit of the way you drive from home to work, or, from work to home. I used to drive by the liquor store. I caught myself doing that. I changed my route. I used to stop at the liquor store after work and then come home. And I caught myself driving that way. So I changed that over time. That was one of the triggers, right? So when you get a habit, it's a trigger, habit, and then a reward. So the trigger was me getting in my car. The habit was me driving past the liquor store, and the reward would be going in there and buying a drink, right? So you want to change it up, and just kind of break those patterns, break those habits. And this could be a whole episode just on habits. But you really want to pay attention to those habits and what those triggers are in your environment, and those kinds of things in the first week. I would recommend getting a journal and just writing down every single thing that, every time you have a craving, ask yourself, why did I have this craving? What triggered me? What happened here? Why did I have this craving? Was it just looking at my wife and anticipating an argument? Was it my children? Maybe they stress you out a little bit right when you get home from work. Was it a certain chair that you sit in, that gives you this idea that you need to have a drink in your hand? Like all these things, we don't think about them. They're subconscious. We don't think about them, but they do affect us, and they do help us create good or bad habits. So you want to kind of break those patterns and create new habits, and that's going to be a whole episode on its own, but it is definitely one of those things you want to look into this week. So yeah, that is definitely one of those things that you're going to want to make sure that you're looking into, and that you're making sure that you're taking a look at this week. So you got fear of missing out. You guys aren't missing out on anything. The people who are drinking, continue to drink, continuing down that path, they're the ones missing out on stuff. You got your relationships that can be a roadblock. But instead of depreciating your success with alcohol, or telling them that, oh, maybe I'm just gonna do this for a week or two, let's elevate that success. Let's find out, let's write down some sober things we did. Sober first are great. Sober first means that first time I did this sober, that first time I did that sober. And it might sound kind of weird to somebody on the outside who did not have a problem with drinking, but definitely I did a lot of things when I was drunk that I would not have, that I didn't actually even get to do sober ever. Because I started drinking at such a young age that I never got to do these things sober. And when you start doing those sober first, you write those things down in a notebook. Keep that with you. Write it down, look at it, and say, damn, I did this for the first time sober. I spent time with the kids for the first time sober. Me and my wife had sex for the first time sober. Whatever it is, just document those things, because those are the things you can be proud of, and those are the things you can list off to people when they ask, "Oh, why did you quit drinking?" Well, this is why, because I got to do this sober and it was so much better. I got to do that sober and it was so much better. So yeah, keep that, elevate your success. Don't depreciate it with your relationships, because that's definitely going to help you, you know, keep track of those things, and definitely help you with your first week of sobriety. Also, keep track of your triggers and what's happening with your cravings, and why you're having these cravings in your environment, and just keep track of those things as well, so you can change those things up so that they're not there anymore. So you and add new things into your life, new habits that are gonna empower you instead of taking away from your life like alcohol does. Anyways, guys, that is episode number 2 of the Project Sober Dad podcast. I hope some of this helped you out. And I hope that somebody out there is listening and that they want today, October 8th, 2022, whatever day you're listening to this. This is the first day of your sobriety journey. I hope that it is. I hope that you look back on this day and say, damn, that was the last day I had a drink of alcohol. And I have been sober ever since. And my life is so much greater for doing that. Anyways, guys, you guys have yourselves a meaningful day. I'll see you guys on the sober side. If you guys are looking for a program to get you to your first 66 days of being sober, I will leave a link in the description below. We can have a little chat about my coaching program, 66 Sober. Maybe it's a good fit for you. There'll just be a couple questions, and then you go to a link, and it will set you up with a 20-minute discovery call, see what's going on with your drinking, and maybe I can help you. If not, keep listening to this podcast, because I'm here to help you ditch the booze and live an alcohol-free lifestyle. See you guys on the sober side.